This is going to be a video about the motorcycles I've had during my life. And this young man here is my Uncle Russ. He's the one that taught me how to work on bikes, ride motorcycles, and got me hooked. And I love him dearly. May you rest in peace, Uncle Russ. Everybody has to start somewhere on two wheels. This was a 85cc Kawasaki. Then I moved up to a 350 Honda. Didn't have it long, had a lot of good times on it. Then I went to Triumph motorcycles. Had 3 of these, I think. Once I got done with this chopper, I didn't ever want another Triumph in my life. Then I bought my first brand new motorcycle. Cost me $1,800. It was a 1980 Honda 750. And it ended up breaking my hip on that one. Got hit by a car. Before I could even get out of the bed, I had a new one sitting there waiting for me in the driveway. That was a 750 Honda also. My next bike was this CB 900 Honda. Hated it. Never liked it. Then I got this V65 Honda. Fast. Very, very fast. I decided to get rid of it because I was traveling around on that at over 100 miles an hour. Almost everywhere I went. And it would do 155. I had this 1100 Yamaha for a minute. Loaned it to somebody. He wrecked it. Then we got our first Harley Davidson, 1977 lowrider. We bought this bike so we could go to Sturgis in 1990. Well, funny thing is, somebody came by the door and said, "Hey, you want to sell that?" And they offered me way more than it was worth. I sold it. Yes, I did. I ended up buying it back 2 or 3 times and selling it. But we didn't take it to Sturgis that year. Instead of that, we took this one right here. That was my, I bought it used. Harleys were hard to find, but I found that one in Utah. We painted it up many times with different pipes. That's my cousin there. We finally ended up, it looked like this when we sold it. There's my dog Meatloaf. Good dog. Then I started building bikes. Took this one frame up, first frame up bike I ever built. Put a beefed up shovel head motor in it, painted it up, and that's what it ended up looking like. Now this one here, I bought this at a bar from a drunk that just had to keep drinking, didn't care about his bike. This one here, I got it I got it for Vickie. Started buying cop bikes. Ended up buying, I think, 3 of these cop bikes, but then everybody else found out you could get them. I was getting them from California. They were old Chips bikes. And then I sold that one to Gunner, very first bike he ever had, on Harley Davidson anyway. The second one I sold to my good friend Harvey. I would strip them down, make them look cool, and get rid of all the cop stuff, and then everybody would, they enjoyed them. They were great bikes. Then Vickie, we fixed this Sportster up for her, got it all painted up, called it Plum Fun. Well, then we had the fire, burnt it to the ground. So I redid it. There's my cousin Charlene standing by me. And it was a great bike after that. But Vickie never did like it because I chopped out the frame. So we ended up getting her another bike, brand new Sportster. I was working in a bar, and you know, that's a great place to pick up motorcycles. People will come through there, they'll start talking, next thing you know, you bought their bike. I bought this one from a guy in the bar, and enjoyed it a lot. Took it to Sturgis once or twice, plus had to repaint it though. And I like that paint style, if you hadn't noticed. I was always on the lookout for a motorcycle. Ran across this one also. We took a lot of good parts off it and put it back to stock, and then resold that one also. Once again, I'm in the bar working, and a guy comes in that had been drinking too much, and he wants to buy my bike. Well, I give him this price, and he don't have no money. I knew he didn't. But he leaves. Another guy from the end of the bar says, "Hey, I'll buy that bike if you're serious." So I sold it. I don't know why he paid that much, because I took the money that guy paid me for that old bike, 96, and went and bought this brand new 2000 for a little less. Yep, Harley Davidsons were getting easy to find, and we enjoyed this one. It was, like I said, a 2000. We run it to Sturgis many times. Had about 50,000 miles on it, I think, by the time we sold it. I sold it for a good, real fair price to a friend of mine, and he still has it. Now this one, we bought this one, it was a basket case. It was blown up when we bought it. That's what it looked like when it was new. I rebuilt it, turned it into this, and a pretty cool little bike for a Sportster. We ended up selling it. Then I took this pile of parts and built this bike. All them parts came to me on got shipped to me UPS. Our next basket case was this one here. Got that from my cousin Bones. We took it, tore it apart, frame up, and turned it into this right here. It was a nice bike. Vickie didn't like it once again. So we still had that bike. Ended up turning around and selling it to buy this bike. It wasn't new, but we really enjoy it. We've traveled many, many miles on that bike, all over United States, the western part of the United States, Moab, everywhere. And we still have this bike right now. Like I said, everywhere we've traveled, with Vickie and without Vickie. Met a lot of good people while I owned that bike. Went to Sturgis many times to meet so many great, great people out there. Now, I'm 73 years old now, as most of you know. This probably will be my last bike. But, man, have I had a good time, and I'm hoping to have a lot more fun on this motorcycle. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon riding on two wheels. Long as my body and my mind will let me do it, I'm going to do it. So, I know some of you just told me happy birthday, and I want to say thank you very much. And stay tuned. There's a lot more coming from this old boy. You can bet on that.